Yo, what is up, guys? How you guys doing? How are you guys? Hope you guys are doing good. See if anyone's in the chat. Is anyone in the chat? Let's see. Let's see. Yo, we got Evan. What's going on, Evan? How you doing, man? Let me start from the top. Yo, Julio, what's going on? I don't know if you're still in here. I saw you're a part of the whole scheduled program here, but how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, Julio. Thank you so much for being here. Or if you were here before, thank you for being here in general. Zaid, he says hashtag Lakers 2021 champs. It's possible. Mama said, he says, let's go Knicks. What's going on, Mama said? Mama said's a great supporter. Thank you so much for being here, man. Evan, comment, see if you think Clutch is one of the best YouTubers. I really do appreciate that. Go Raptors. Got Karam in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. How am I bandwagon? Obi Toppin's gonna win Rookie of the Year. Maybe if we start him, we'll see what Tom Thibodeau does. I really do think he's gonna put the best product out there on the basketball court, especially because I love the Knicks and I want them to be good. But Leon Rose is doing a great job. Yeah, patience. A bunch of Knicks fans are like, patience. We've sucked for the last 10 years. But when you have to build the basketball team the right way. Yes, you could say we haven't had patience because we've sucked, but we just haven't built this team the right way at the end of the day. Yes, you could say we sucked for so long, but they didn't build it the right way. They rushed the process. What's going on, Logan? He says, let's go Knicks. And most importantly, Frank. Yo, what's up, Evan? You like the Mavs and okay. Oh, you're talking to Karam there. What's going on, Edward? How are you doing? Yes, I am an Entertainer fan. I am. I really do like his channel. What's going on, Mama said? Thank you so much for being here, man. How are you? How are you doing? But yeah, what were you guys' thoughts? Actually, we'll wait for some people to come in. Shout out to the 17 people in the chat. Thanks so much for being here. I live in Dallas and I'm from OKC. Okay, I get that. Yo, Try Burrow is in the chat. How are you, man? I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Did I pronounce it wrong? But I see you're a Mets fan, so you're really loyal there. But they got the brand new owner, so hopefully the Mets are competitive for you guys. What's going on, Alex? How are you? What's going on, Anthony? But yeah, Mama said, Evan, like, we got some OGs in here for sure. Some big-time Knicks fans. I want to know, like, how did you guys become Knicks fans? Was it a family thing? Just like you just happened to be watching them, a favorite player? Predict Obi stat line on opening night. Okay, this is if Obi starts because Tom Thibodeau, in my opinion, is a winner. He's going to put the best product out there on the basketball court that puts him in the position to be successful and win basketball games. I think Obi Toppin, of course, they say he's not the highest of ceiling, but I think the productivity and the style of play we saw at Dayton isn't fully what he's capable of. He played point guard in high school. He's a way better handle than we saw at Dayton. They put him on the block a lot, and I think he has potential from beyond the arc. Do I think he's a great shooter? No. And he definitely needs help on the defense side of the basketball. But I think he'll make an impact right away. He's an instant impact guy. He's 22 years old. He's going to be 23 in March. I think he's going to average 14 points. I think he's going to average 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And maybe he'll average like a block. And it's going to be on good efficiency, though. People may be like 13 or 14 points, but it's going to be good efficiency. Yes, RJ averaged like 14, but it wasn't on the greatest of efficiency. But I'm just going to say it's going to be a problem if Obi does not produce offensively because the big knock is defensively. So we need him to produce on the offense of the basketball, if that answers your question. Yeah, me too, Mama said. You're a Yankees fan, so am I. Let's go Mets. Okay. Clutch with it. But I'm not a big-time Yankees fan. Like, I wouldn't be as excited if the Yankees win the World Series. Like, I'm not a bandwagon like that. Trust me. Clutch with the Heat signing, Bam to extension. Is there still a way the Heat can maneuver and to trade yet Giannis? I honestly think Giannis is not on their mind right now. I think they're like in that mindset, we don't need Giannis. We're going to build our own team. Yeah, YB Jelly's a Raptors fan. You're born into it. What's going on, Alexis? Thank you so much for being a great supporter. Don't be sorry for being late. Don't be sorry. Patience is the key to success. Yep, we're running a marathon, not running a race. Stephen Fox is in the chat. If Randall stays, Obi's not starting. Yeah, sadly. There isn't a whole lot of OKC fans around since they're in a rebuild. Christmas cannoli, what's going on? What's going on, MH? How you doing, man? Yeah, I appreciate your support, Karam. Big Steppers in the chat. He says Giants and Knicks both going to the playoffs next season. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be this upcoming season for the Knicks, even though the preseasons are really, really soon. And I believe we play the Pistons, but I think the year after we are going to be competing for the playoffs. We need to trade Spin Cycle Randall. Yes, we need to trade the human Beyblade. Let's go Mets, MH says. I'm so tired. Just came back from basketball practice. Hopefully he had a good practice. 14, 6, and 2 is not bad. Yeah, and especially if it's on a good efficiency. Just join the Mets fans. I made salute. Where do you think Randall will go if we decide to trade him? The big time destination a lot of like Knicks fans are having mock trades to is the Charlotte Hornets because they have a big contract of Terry Rozier. He has a couple more contracts or a couple more years on that deal, and Batum as well. Like a lot of people were hating on me for the Batum video, and correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't say I wanted Batum, but if you think about it, the Hornets think they're going to be competing for the playoffs, so they don't think they're going to have a top pick because they acquired Gordon Hayward to win now with this basketball team, which I did not think was the greatest of idea. LaMelo, what makes you think he's going to make an instant impact right away? You have to let these guys grow as a team and develop because we know LaMelo's taken for his upside, not instant impact. It would be different if they took like an Obi and they just kept Devontae Graham there at point guard. And they might be confident that they're gonna have a lower pick and not the like highest pick in the draft. So maybe we can get a first rounder out of them, out of the Charlotte Hornets, because they think they might be good. We'll see. What are your thoughts on Dash and Randall for Batum? I've discussed this before. I would want a draft pick out of him, man. Karam says Thunder will have the best rebuild of all time with all those draft picks. Yeah, they're gonna have every pick in the lottery. Why did the Knicks sign Glenn Robinson? That's funny that you say that because I've said that to MH. I said he's a very solid three, good defense player, good athlete, solid from beyond the arc, and I thought we could have got him for the cheap. I actually wanted Glenn Robinson, Lord. Thank you so much for being here, Lord. Star Frank, let him make his mistakes. He sucks or get hurt on his groin. We move on. Yup, doing too much with the ladies, you know. Sam Presti is a genius. I'm chilling too. Nothing crazy. Anthony says, Clutch, do you think Frank fits more with Tom Thibodeau's system than the previous coach that you guys had? Mike Miller or David Fizdale? David Fizdale was just a mess. It looked like an AAU team out there. It looked like we weren't running a proper offense. You just have to have the right pieces around him. And I don't really think it's a fit thing. You just have to play these players throughout their strengths. But Thibodeau is a defensive-minded guy, so I can see why Frank fits in that system for sure. But you got to surround him with the shooters. You definitely need Quickly at the 2 position or Quickly at the 1 and Frank at the 2 if you want Frank to be successful because you need the shooters around him because he's not the greatest of shooter. But yes, I do think he would fit in Thibodeau's system nicely. But it's confidence with Frank. Just shoot the shots. If you miss them, you miss them. Frank's handle is too shaky. Yeah, it is. Not the greatest of handle. It's gotten better since his rookie year, but that's why a lot of people aren't saying he's a point guard. He's more of an off guard because of his handle, for sure. Some people have us taking Devontae Graham if we trade Randall. I don't think they would take that, though. I really do think they want Devontae Graham at the 2 in their lineup, in my opinion, and I think that would be a steal if we get Devontae Graham a point guard out of that. Do I think Devontae Graham would be our point guard of the future? No, personally, but if you can get like a draft pick, Devontae Graham for Randall, and we throw in like a Dennis Smith Jr., that's a steal because they're confident they're going to be good this season with Gordon Hayward, and you can get some draft capital out of that. Colum says, what's up, Noah? How you doing, Colum? Stephen Fox said, Cade looked smooth. I like Jalen Suggs because I prepared myself. I'm like, we're probably not getting Cade Cunningham. We're going to drop in the draft, but that's okay. This is a deep, tremendous draft with Kuminga, with that center Mobley. There's so much talent. Jalen Green from the G League Select team and everything. And I like Jalen Suggs for sure. I really do. From Gonzaga, I believe. Evan Mobley's a beast, and I haven't mentioned Jalen Green, Kuminga, or Boston. Yeah, we don't know what those guys are yet. Jalen Green and Kuminga. Boston needs to get stronger, though. Brandon Boston. One OB, get a chance because Randall is not good like he was in high school. I just want to see how OB plays in the NBA. Yeah, and he's 22 years old. He's not like a puppy dog you ease into the lineup. It's not a Frank situation. It's not a Kevin Knox situation. This guy is 18, 19 years old. He's taken to make an impact right away. He's a winner. What are your thoughts on the Knicks getting players from overseas? I really personally liked. I don't think any of them are going to come over. But the one guy we got, Sergio, who's actually a great mentor for Luka when Luka played overseas, which I thought was really cool, from Real Madrid. So we'll see what ends up happening. I don't think personally any of those players are going to come over. We just did that to free up some cap. But yeah, I thought the Rockets would ask for Dennis Smith Jr. personally. Mavs pick is unprotected. I hope Luka and KB break. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. What do you think of Miles Powell? He's a bucket getter, very confident. Solid playmaker. He's not the greatest defensively. He's not the tallest, like greatest of athletes, but he has pure confidence. He's really clutch. Maybe he'll be a steal for us, but I don't think he's a true point guard in my opinion. Who will start at small forward? At this point, you start Kevin Knox. Like who would you really start? Unless you put Alec Burks at the 2 and then RJ at the 3. I understand that. But I don't think Thibodeau's going to roll out this whole youth movement of a lineup. He's going to give minutes to players that deserve the minutes. Trade Randall for Miles Bridges. I would sign up for that right now, but I don't think Michael Jordan is that dumb. We'll see, though. We need another move bad. Not every guard can get minutes right now. Yeah, we have a lot of guards. Austin Rivers, Frank, Dennis Smith Jr., Miles Powell, Jared Harper is on a two-way. We have so many guards right now. It's ridiculous, man. It really is. There's another one leaving my mind. I never ever liked tanking, but I hope we stink it up this year. I love Caden. We've been bad before. We just don't get the lottery pick. I like a Rivers, RJ, Bullock, Obi mid starting lineup. That's interesting, Lord. I don't mind Bullock. I feel if Randall stays, Obi won't start right off the bat, and that really scares me because, and then if Alfred Payne starts, I really don't like that. Austin Rivers is their best pickup this season. You're a big Austin Rivers guy. I thought that was but I think he'll produce. He plays really hard, and I think he'll represent New York very nicely. Of course, the son of Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers also played for the New York Knicks. Miles Powell plays just like Dion Waiters. He has a bucket getter. He has pure confidence. What's going on, Julio? How you doing, man? The GOAT says, when do you think we're finally going to make the playoffs? Not this upcoming season, but the season after, in my opinion. If we build this team the right way, and we have patience for sure. We traded Chris Ass Porzingis for cap space. Ball Fake Podcast, he says, he's got a higher ceiling. Who has a higher ceiling? YB Jelly says, want RJ to play point guard. Some people are in favor of that. Remember, he did play point guard against the Spurs in the opening game of last season, and he actually did pretty well. He had 22 points against Spurs. We almost won that, but Frank came in and turned the ball over. Lord says, Barrett and Rivers are going to play well together. They both play very hard. I could see that for sure. LOL MH. Evan says, Kevin Knox should not start, in my opinion. Yeah, you're not a big Kevin Knox guy. Damn, Rivers vid. Yeah, that one and another one. I think I have 3 videos or 2 videos that have 10K. I'm not sure. Ed Davis, yeah, how we flipped him. YouTube Frost, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, how we literally got Ed Davis for nothing. Got 2 we literally got Ed Davis for nothing and 2 second-round picks and then flipped them for Maury Spellman, Jacob Evans. What did we give up again? I'm trying to remember what we gave up on the top of my head. But yeah, at the end of the day, Spellman does have some mental problems I didn't know about whatsoever, but I might be missing some of that trade. Jacob Evans, Maury Spellman ended up getting 1 second-round pick after that. How long before Doc Rivers wants Austin to play with the Sixers? I don't know, man. I'm good. Thanks for asking, Julio. Glad you're doing good. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. Malik Monk, you met? Lord, yeah, he's pretty athletic. Low risk, high reward type of guy, maybe. Doesn't play defense, so I'll tell you that. Party Pat's in the chat. He says, would you rather us trade to get a good point guard now or focus on developing the players we have now for a slower, more... I would develop the guys. I hope we learn from past years and we don't go out there just get it. Unless it's freaking fantastic point guard like freaking Stephen Curry, but yeah. What's 20 years of failure? Can Obi be a stronger version of KP in the next 5 years? No, I think KP is a totally different style of play. Can we get 3 second-round picks for nothing? We got 3 second-round picks for nothing. How many wins do Knicks think this season? I think no more than 28. That's I would say that's accurate or realistic because there's only 72 games this upcoming season. I have faith in Tibbs, cross fingers, behind back, and he better not be lazy like Fizdale. I don't think he will be. I think he'll hold these players accountable. We basically got 3 seconds and 2 young players for him. That's insane. Yeah, the Timberwolves did get a good locker room guy and a good rim protector. I know a lot of Timberwolves fans were getting on me about that. Like the 2013 Knicks, they had a nice starting lineup. As soon Carmelo left the Knicks, the Knicks became trash. No, we were still trash even with Melo. We were still trash. After everything went downhill, Mike Woodson being fired, Phil Jackson came in. We're still trash with Melo. We were. Who should the Knicks sign next year? I don't know. I'm not looking at a big-time guy. A lot of people want that big-time star, but I just want to bring in a guy that's experienced winning, just a solid player for sure that can just bring a good culture. If we can get a big star, that'd be awesome. But at the end of the day, I want to build this team throughout the draft. Yeah, try Burrow. 20 years of mismanagement is a huge deal and doesn't solve itself overnight. Finally, we're seeing progress. Yeah, that's all we want to see, man. That's all we want to see. In my opinion, trading away Ed Davis for a second rounder and Amari Spellman is a steal. Yeah, me too, man. Oh, Marcus Morris. Yeah, Marcus Morris obviously was a good player for us, but he was also a very ball dominant player. You didn't get to see RJ with the ball in his hands a lot due to Marcus Morris, and he was a leader, but not like the leader you kind of want on your team. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but he was like clutch. He hit some big time shots. But I would rather us win or lose with RJ experiencing games with RJ having the ball in his hands. So, what are your thoughts on the next preseason games? We just hope to see Obi do good and just these young players. We'll see what the system looks like if we play hard. Let's see. I'm sorry if I missed any comments. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. How long into the season do you think Frank will pull his groin again? I don't know. He's messing with the ladies too much. Yeah, hopefully Obi is. Who's your favorite Knick right now? Probably Mitchell Robinson or RJ. What is the NBA 8th seeding? Who's going to be the 8th seed? It could be the Hawks. It could be the Magic. I think it's going to be interesting. I wish he could pull a jump shot. Yeah. Yeah, Morris Stoudemire got hurt a lot. He was pretty good, but just injuries. Well, he was damn good with the Suns, so we gave him that contract. Couldn't stay healthy, but when he was healthy, he was good. Who's better, Hawks or Magic? All right, so I'll say this: the Hawks have a better team on paper. We have to see what Lloyd Pierce can prove. But bringing in Gallinari, like they have the perfect balance now of youth and bringing in those veterans because these young guys aren't going to learn how to win on their own. But I like Kevin Huerter. Like if Gallinari starts, it's okay. We'll see if they start him at the 3 or the 4. But you have Oneka with depth off the bench, Cam Reddish. You have Kevin Huerter. Like they're really having good depth there because they're bringing in these veterans to help out these young guys. And I like the Rondo pickup. I think they have really big potential to be the 8th seed. They could be better than the Magic. I really do believe that. Because are they going to trust Cole Anthony at the point guard position as a rookie to lead them to the playoffs? We'll see. I think he could be a steal, though. Dream scenario, if we could have signed Rozier, and yeah, I wouldn't have minded Marcus Morris back. I wouldn't have minded it. Melo held us down. He was lazy and just like the fact that he's from them. We don't know that, but we have to give respect to Melo that he was like only one that freaking took on this challenge to be in New York. But yeah, at least long term, the Hawks will be better because I don't know the Magic's direction right now. You played against Cole Anthony in high school. He's overrated as hell, JP said. Did you really? It's possible you're from New York. He's from New York. Do you think he will be? Because Kevin Porter Jr. might not be starting. They drafted a Okoro, and he just got in trouble recently, Kevin Porter Jr. If he has the right head on his shoulders. That's not fair about Melo. He dealt with a lot of stress. Yeah, it's hard in New York, I bet. I remember that, David. Gosh. Kyle Lowry would be a good fit for the Knicks, but he's not a free agent. Would you want Kyle Lowry? I don't know if I would want Kyle Lowry. Would you guys want Kyle Lowry? Because the East, like, if you just take a look at the East, like, they're just a team that barely makes it in. Like, the Magic or a team, like, they have Mo Bamba, don't develop him. They're like, okay, we're going to give Vucevic this giant contract. Like, I don't know what direction they're moving in. They have Fultz, they have Cole Anthony. Like, do they trust Cole Anthony or Fultz to lead them to the playoffs? Like, DJ Augustine was really solid for them. I really do think that. Yo, what's going on? Legion of Knicks podcast. How you doing, Guillermo? Thank you so much for being here. Starting 5, I'm gonna get so much hate for that because a lot of people have Austin Rivers, some people have Frank. Like, it's crazy. YB Jelly's not a Knicks fan. Pickle's cracked. I'm not sure if he's a Knicks fan. He might be. But yeah, I watched your latest video on Cade Cunningham. I liked that video, Guillermo. I really did. Dylan Brooks went to the same high school as me. That's awesome. I think Dylan Brooks is actually one of those underrated players in the NBA. But no, I do not want Kyle Lowry. But we're taking on an older player of Kyle Lowry just like to be good for like maybe 1 to 2 years. I don't know about that. Who will have a breakout year for the Knicks? Hopefully everyone in their own way. We need RJ. We need RJ to have a breakout year. because we took him third overall. Mitchell Robinson, people will be like, okay, we took him in the second round, and he's been a pleasant surprise, but you have to realize he was dominant out of high school and how he didn't play college ball. But we need RJ to take that big step. We have to. At least the efficiency needs to go up. If he's going to average like 15, 16 points, be on good efficiency, get better from the get better on the charity stripe. Yo, what's going on, Michael? How you doing, man? Big time Hawks fan over there. Make sure you sub up Michael the Hawks fan. Make some funny videos as well. Insane athleticism, nothing much else to his game. Actually dunk of death. Vince Cartered someone in her game. Yeah, he is a good athlete for his size. Brad small forward off the bench. Oh gosh. Yeah, freaking Knox. Could have had Mikal Bridges. Do you want Westbrook? I wouldn't mind a fair deal for him. I don't want Westbrook. I respectfully disagree if you want Westbrook, but I get why people want Westbrook. They finally want to be good. But to me, that's the same old Knicks if we go out there and trade for Russell Westbrook. Like, I get it, he brings us energy and all that, but it just makes no sense. There's no other good, like, there's no player that's hit their ceiling yet. Like, that's not a win now mode team. That's just stupid if you go out there and get Russell Westbrook. I'm not talking about that. I'm not. Dylan Brooks is solid and compliments John Morant, almost said RJ. Just like Devin Vassell would have been for the Knicks. I know. Sucks. But yeah, I like Dylan Brooks at Oregon. No to Kyrie and no to Russ to get out of the Knicks. Quick fix mentality. If RJ wins Most Improved Player next season, we are in good hands. But he doesn't even have to do that. He doesn't have to do that. I don't care about the awards. Let me see what you can do. Well, I appreciate that, Karam. And someone said, am I going to be like streaming some Knicks games? I might stream some Knicks games. I might. They're really hard to do. Like at 7 o'clock, always eating dinner and stuff like that. 16 years old, can't create. I can't control my own life. This season is the breakout season for the Knicks. We'll see, man. We'll see, Mama said. DSJ improved jump shot is talked about for 2 years now. We talked about it last offseason. We're talking about it again. I don't care. It's confidence. It's confidence. And it looks like the same shit. Bricking free throws, bricking shots. I don't care what you can do in an open gym. Let me see the productivity on the court. Your brother went to the same high school as Julius Randle. That's cool. But yeah, I might call him. When I can, I will. I'll say that. I hope Barrett has a breakout year. What's going on, Jasper? He says, what up, bro? I'm back. Welcome back, man. I hope you're doing well. Could have had Shay. Yo, what's going on, Reggie? How are you? I can't wait for Obi to sit behind Randall. Maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi can learn some ISO moves. No, I don't want to see the human Beyblade out there. Mama said, or at least Mitch, RJ, Obi, and Knox will shine. We'll see with Knox. I hope Knox surprises me. I doubt it, though. Is it fair to say that Emmanuel Quickly could shoot like, I'll say this, he has the potential to shoot like that. He shot 92% from the charity stripe, 42% from three, which is better than what Tyler Hero did. But I need to see it in the NBA. Because everyone forgets how to shoot a basketball. Wayne Ellington, first half of the season, looked like he never shot a basketball in his life. Couldn't handle the basketball. Looked like me out there. No, I'm kidding. I'm not as bad as Wayne Ellington. No, I'm kidding. These guys are NBA players. All right. Frank Ntilikina handle God. I don't think he's the greatest of handle, Frank Ntilikina. You look older than 16? Well, I am 16. Got to get Westbrook here. Yeah, he's one of those. People are going to love Westbrook. There's people really on that Westbrook train. Randall got the best spin move in the game. Thank you. He was doing this last summer. We got to stop hyping it up. We've hyped up Frank, too, and all this. Jeffrey, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for being here. I don't know who in the media hates more, the Knicks or Donald Trump. Yeah. Cade Cunningham next year, if we get the pick. I'm already prepared looking at Suggs from Gonzaga. I really do like Suggs. I like Jalen Suggs. Any truth that Knox has bulked up a little this offseason? He bulked up last year. I'll say this. He matured his game a little bit. He stopped taking deep twos and those freaking floaters every time. The floaters weren't bad, but sometimes he took them. It was just unnecessary. But he's the worst coordination I've ever seen. We'll see what happens with Kevin Knox. Hi from Barcelona. What's up? How are you? LMAO. Human Beyblade, that's a perfect name. Yeah, some Knicks fans call him that. Andrew says RJ had same rookie stats as Tatum, also a third pick, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Tatum was a better shooter, though. Tatum is a better shooter. And he has so many moves in his arsenal. It's scary how good he is at his age. Just the amount of moves he has in his arsenal. Yeah, Randall has this spin move and dribble the ball off his leg and out of bounds. Yeah. Uh, if Quickly can shoot better than both Frank, DSJ, boy, that's not saying much. We could shoot better than them probably. Yeah, no Westbrook, Mama said. No Westbrook. RJ Barrett is Jimmy Butler. I don't know. Jimmy Butler has probably the toughest. Like he's such a tough mentality. He's so tough mentally, and his work ethic's insane. I'm not saying RJ doesn't have that, but he's better defensively, in my opinion. We'll see. Need a true point guard? Yes, we do, Robert. Suggs or Cunningham? Cunningham. But realistically, we're gonna get Suggs. I'm just preparing Knicks fans right now. I'm not trying to be negative. But when it comes to the lottery, we don't have that much of luck. So take a look at the second best point guard or third best point guard. I don't know much about Caleb Love, to be honest. But yeah, Jalen Suggs, he's only 6'2", but he's a guy that's really aggressive, downhill type of guy. He's a good playmaker. Like I've been watching him since high school. He's a really good playmaker, and he's just a great finisher at the basket. I really do like Suggs. Pretty much opposite of every point guard this team. Knicks build up everything for 21. Yeah, maybe Reggie. What are the top 3 things Knicks fans say every year? We're gonna get the first. Well, I'm not gonna speak for Knicks fans though, because I'm one of those Knicks fans. I didn't think we're definitely gonna get KD, Zion, and Kyrie, but I don't know. Yeah, Jimmy Butler's insane. I would love Jimmy Butler as a Knick. DSJ's all swagger with no game. We're gonna be. I don't think we're tanking. We're just gonna be a bad team learning how to win, Alvin. To be completely honest. I agree, Anthony. This is a very deep draft. If we get the 5th, 6th pick, I'm okay with it. I didn't mean RJ Barrett plays like Jimmy. I was talking about RJ's tough mentality. Sorry. Okay, I got you, man. We'll see. Suggs is 6'4". Thought he was 6'2" for some reason. Julian Newman sucks. What are Emmanuel Quickly's weaknesses? Well, he's not the greatest at finishing at the rim. He's not the greatest of athlete. He's just a solid 3-and-D guy. He has potential off the dribble, but he's not great off the dribble. We don't know. Yeah, that's a big question mark. Okay, Baron. I'll have to take a look at him. I know out of the NBA free agents, I can't see any of grade 1 signing here. That's why we have to do what the Hawks did. Even though Atlanta sports gets a lot of bash, they drafted these young pieces and went out there. Didn't get a superstar of Gallinari. Didn't get a superstar of Rondo. Didn't get a superstar of Bogdanovich. But they saw this young core like, damn, this team looks like they have some stability, and let's come here. Like, you don't need a big-time superstar. You need to build that young core and then bring in these veterans that have learned how to win. We need a point guard? Yeah, we do say that. How do you think Toppin will do this season? Depends if he starts, but we hope he's an instant impact guy, at least offensively. How far do the Nets go this season? They could go to the championship. They could go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't hate the Nets. A lot of people hate the Nets. There's no reason to really hate the Nets. They have 0 championships. It's never really been a rivalry. I hope so, Andrew. That'd be good improvement. If Knicks can sniff the 9th seed, yeah, of course. With this roster, that proves Thibodeau's the real deal and he gets the most out of our talent. Julian Newman's an LA Fitness star. Do you think Brazdeikis can explode? I honestly don't even think he'll be in the rotation, to be completely honest with you. Crazy thing is that Jared Allen is younger than the Knicks pick. Tatum is too. Leon Rose is being patient. We're going to get a top pick and land solid free agents next year. Just wait 1 year. Trust we will be good. Let's see, man. Let's see, Alvin. Would you get Jamal Murray? Would not mind that whatsoever. He's young, could score the basketball. He's great, Jamal Murray. Of course. He should have been ours. He should have been a Knick. But that wasn't our pick because freaking Phil Jackson traded that pick. Could have been ours. That Nuggets pick when they got Jamal Murray, that could have been ours. Evan Mobley will be more difficult to not select if available. He's a game changer. I love Mitch. This man has way more potential from beyond the arc. He's a game changer for sure. Jalen Suggs or Cade? Yes, sir, Shaquille. Hawks rebuild is likely over now. Yeah, I wouldn't even say they're rebuilding anymore. Would you say they're rebuilding anymore? Nets town? Potentially. Well, I'll say this. the Nets are better than the Knicks, but it'll always be the Knicks town. The Knicks will always be on the cover of the front of the newspaper, good or bad. People always talk about the Knicks more. If we're being honest, no one cares about the Nets. They'll be more successful, but it'll forever be the Knicks town. It'll forever be that. They should have snagged Nico Mannion with the 27th. In my opinion, that's a reach. Nico Mannion's not a 27th pick. There's a reason why the Warriors signed him to a two-way. He's going to be in the G League. In my opinion, you could have got Tyrell Terry there. Andrew says, no, I agree with your point on tanking. We never win the lotto whenever we tank. If we need to establish a culture, even if for the 8th seed, we need to compete to win with the young guys. I agree. Yeah, Atlanta drafted and signed their way into the playoffs. My Knicks need to take notes. They didn't rush the process, but we have to see. We'll have to see if they make the playoffs. I hate using the Hawks as an example because they actually committed to a point guard. Knicks have not done that. Yeah, we need a point guard. They got a game changer of Trae Young. Okay, so this guy's spamming Nets town. Okay, don't spam. Nets suck. Brooklyn Sound says, do you think Booty Bub? Do you think Giannis leaves the Bucks? I honestly think he's so loyal that they're gonna restructure. He's gonna get a contract and stay there. Book it. Randall needs to be the 6th man off the bench. Will his ego accept that though? Will his ego accept that? What's going on, Andy? The Hawks are gonna be kicking our butts. We always beat the Hawks. What do you mean? We always beat them. How you doing, Andy? Iggy's a stud. I think he's a talented offense player. Do I think he'll be in our rotation though? Who should the Knicks go after if we can't draft Cade or Jalen Green? I just talked about him earlier. Can't remember at the top of my head. Gonzaga. Why can't I think of his name right now? Jalen Suggs. I wouldn't mind Jalen Suggs. Think he would be a good point guard. Oh yeah, Carmelo. Carmelo went off. He fouled out. I remember that. But just best player available at them today. But we need a point guard. Yeah, most of the time I've never met like a loyal Nets fan. They're mostly bandwagons. What do you think of the idea for trading for Lonzo? He's a perfect fit with Obi and Mitch. In my opinion, his 3 is getting better. He's just soft in my opinion, though. I don't like his mentality whatsoever. He's not the greatest at finishing at the basket. He shoots 45% from the free throw line. It's all mental. I don't think he has it mentally to deal with New York. Yeah, he's an instant impact guy. Giannis should go to the Raptors. Yeah. Would Tyrese Halliburton mesh well with the Knicks? No, I think he's more of an off the ball type of guy. I don't think he's the greatest shooter off the dribble. That's why I thought the Kings was a perfect situation for him. But he's a very smart player. At worst, he'll be a very solid role player in the NBA because of his basketball IQ. But he's good on the defense side of the basketball. He's more of a catch and shoot guy. But I wouldn't have minded him if we took him. The team right now is better than this. The team right now, the Celtics. Are you talking about? Everyone can't be starting. Some Eagles will have to be crushed. Yeah, man. If anything, try to kick Randall out of town, right? Yeah, let's go, man. We need stability, FB. Suggs, my here says, gosh, I'm sorry if I'm missing comments. Like, these are going like crazy. What seed do you hope the Knicks can achieve this season? If we get like 10th seed, I'll be happy with that. That means we're competing. Do you think Jalen Suggs is a better overall player than Evan Mobley? Well, they play totally different positions, so I can't say that. Yeah, man. New Jersey, Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson days. Yep. Yeah, I don't think we're ever tanking. I just thought we were that bad, in my opinion. We trade few players for one first round pick, and that gives us 3 first. Yeah, IQJ. Yeah, what's going on, Legends Z Productions? Hope you're doing well. Knicks for Life says, what's up? How you doing, man? The Hawks drafted a game changer in Trae Young. Yeah, they really became attractive after Trae Young went there. Yeah, he is bad defensively. He's one of the worst players I've seen defensively, but offensively, Trae Young's great. He got better with his efficiency. Well, I appreciate it. It's because of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Nets were great when they were in New Jersey. Quinn Cook's a free agent. He's not a starting point guard, though. And we already have freaking so many point guards. Why is Cade Cunningham ranked over Jalen Green? Probably because his game is more polished and his basketball IQ. I'm at grind. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you? I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I personally, I'll be completely honest. I know a lot of people are going to pretend they wanted Tom Thibodeau. I wanted Kenny Atkinson. I wanted to change that narrative of not being patient. He's a decently young coach. He could develop guys. He was also a former member of the Knicks staff. He worked well with Jeremy Lin. I wanted to develop guys. I didn't care what anyone said about, oh, he was from Brooklyn, so you're just gonna take wasted goods or you're gonna take the leftovers. No, he knows how to develop players and he installs a very nice culture. I would have been insanely happy with Kenny Atkinson. I don't know if one player can save the Knicks, but I hope Emmanuel Quickley is good for the New York Knicks. I hope he is. I'm a big fan of Emmanuel Quickley. He can shoot the ball. I did want Tyrell Terry, and I thought we could have got Quickley after, though. RJ Barrett's ceiling is a glue guy on a championship team. Not to say he can't be dominant. I compare him to Pierce, and well, if we got Paul Pierce at 3, I'm happy with that. I do not think he's a superstar. I don't think he'll be on the level of Jaw. I don't think he'll be on the level of a Zion Williamson, but I think he could be a quality player. I'm right there with you. I don't think he'll be the superstar. At most, he'll be a couple-time All-Star, in my opinion. Emmanuel Quickley, we hope he could freaking shoot the ball because we need shooting. That's my thoughts on it, honestly. Yes, we need a quality point guard. Are you going to do live commentating for Knicks games this season or just NBA games? I'm going to be doing Knicks games if I do commentate games. He did do a good job developing D Rose. D Rose was there before him, but he did a really good job at Jimmy Butler. And he loves those mentally tough players. Joakim Noah as well, he worked good with. JP says, do you agree with the notion that I have no idea what you're talking about. Bezos. Bezos, anyone could buy the Knicks. Salute. We need a real small forward and point guard now. I agree with you, man. I agree. Point guard more than anything, though. Point guard more than anything. It's the most important position on the team, in my opinion. I think Chris Boucher will be a future star. The way Nick Nurse develops players, he has potential to. Remember when everyone was calling Trae Young a boss at the beginning of his rookie season? Let's see, man. We'll see. That would be impressive, in my opinion. 27 to 28 games with this roster, I think that would be impressive. Who's your favorite all-time Knick? My dad always talked about Charles Oakley, so that was my dad's all-time Knick. I didn't like what he did on Knicks Fan TV and everything like that, and that type of thing. But my dad always talked about Charles Oakley. He loved those gritty types of guys. So to represent my dad, I'm going to say Charles Oakley for my dad. I'm going to say that for my dad. Wish we would have drafted Cassius Stanley. He went way late in the draft. He went way late. Yo, David, thanks so much, Super Chat, man. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, watching the live stream. I'm not sure if you watched the videos because I think I've seen your comment before. If you have, I apologize if I have not seen them. I try to look at every single comment. But thanks so much, David. He says, never seen a Knicks channel that answers as many questions. I try to answer any question, man. I try to answer as many as possible because all you guys deserve for your question to be read. I don't like to ignore them or anything. And that Oakley jersey's fire. Thank you, man, so much for the super chat. You're amazing, man. Thank you so much. Just thank you, David. That means the world to me. Hit that like button and subscribe. Show support. I appreciate that, Mama said. I really do appreciate that. Randall in a first for DeMar DeRozan. I don't know if I'd take DeMar DeRozan. I don't know if I would. Would you guys take DeMar DeRozan? That's an interesting question, though, Julio. Yeah, if we get Cade Cunningham, I'll be really happy with that. But yeah, thanks so much, David. I appreciate that again. Thanks so much. You did not have to do that. You're amazing, man. Are you planning to collab with any other Knicks channel? You guys know this. I am planning maybe. I'm a very independent person, though. I'll be real. But if any of you guys want to hop on the StreamYard right now and ask me a question, be free to. If you want. Yeah, I appreciate that so much, man. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers and that type of thing, but thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey. I really do appreciate that. Pistons versus Knicks court's gonna have no player under 6'5". Just pick some power forwards. Well, I'm interested to see what Killian's gonna do, though. I'm a big Killian fan. I like Suku. I like their young nucleus of guys. But Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose are just interesting. But yeah, Jeffrey, that means the world to me. I'm 50-50 with DeRozan, yeah. But yeah, bringing in Plumlee on that contract. See, I didn't mind the Josh Jackson, John Little Okafor bringing in those guys on cheap deals. But it's like that. like that much for freaking like Plumlee. Like I don't know. And Jeremy Grant, 61 mil. I get it. He came off of a solid season, but he's one of those plug and play guys. He's not a number one option. I really think he just went there to be a number one option, in my opinion. He's a guy that's good off the ball. He's a guy that's a good athlete, does the little things. But 61 million for a guy that does the little things, in my opinion, no. In my opinion. But they are a smaller market team. Maybe they had to give him more money. But you bring in Killian Suku. You want to develop those guys. You don't want to see Jeremy Grant win games for you, in my opinion. Oh, that's interesting, Stephen Fox. I'll have to look into that. DeMar could run point guard. He's a great playmaker, but he won't space the floor. That's the thing. He's just like RJ, in my opinion. Just like RJ. Do you think a lineup of Rivers, Quickly, Burks, Knox, and Toppin could be a decent small ball lineup, or am I being a little bit delusional? Toppin scares me defensively. I'm scared he'll get destroyed down low. I forgot. I was watching film of him against this Kansas big man. I don't remember his name, but he can never get in front of them. I don't know if he's not strong enough or it's his positioning or what, but I think Toppin's a true four in my opinion. Is Mike Conley washed? I do not think so. I still think he's quality. Do you think a lineup? Oh, I read that. But yeah, I don't think you're delusional, Andrew. Everyone has their own opinion. Randall and DSJ in a second rounder for Conley. Would you guys take on Mike Conley though? I think you only do that if like RJ's developed, Mitch is developed, Obi. He should be developed in like a year or two because he's an instant impact guy. But would you do that? You agree, Julio? That's too much for Mike Conley, who was underwhelming for the Jazz. He was not that great when it came to his efficiency whatsoever. Do you live in New York State? No, I live in New Jersey. Who do I see? I talked to my friend about this. How that question is kind of banned from my channel because like I know I'm gonna get hate either way. But I'm just gonna say everyone has their own GOAT. If it's LeBron James from this generation, if it's Kobe Bryant, if it's as well like a Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Jerry West, everyone has their own GOAT. If you're a Knicks fan, if it's Walt Frazier, if it's Patrick Ewing, everyone has their own GOAT. That's what I'm gonna say, and we just got to respect greatness. Randall for a Big Mac and fries. Yeah, I do watch Knicks fan TV. I really love their content. I watch nothing but Knicks. I love all their content. They do a great job. They do really high quality content. Just shout out to them. They're amazing. If you haven't already, sub them Knicks fan TV and nothing but Knicks. They're amazing. Yo, Mahir, you did not have to do that, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says supporting the channel, bro. You being here in general is you supporting the channel. You never have to feel the need to super chat, but I appreciate that so much, man. I promise you, I appreciate that. I appreciate your support. I appreciate everyone's super chat or everyone's support. You being here in general. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. You did not have to do that. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Just thank you so much, man. Hope you're doing well. Random question: who's better, Luka or Tatum? I'm gonna go Luka Doncic. It can change, but just at Luka's age, what he's able to do, pretty much with Porzingis consistently getting hurt, doesn't have another great player on that team. In my opinion, he led that team to the playoffs. He's clutch. He hit some big time shots. I'm not saying Tatum isn't, but just his playmaking ability. I remember someone was saying his efficiency is not great from downtown. He shoots 9 threes a game. That kid's confidence is insane. Has his own step back in his arsenal. And he's only, 20 years old, 21 years old, and he's doing what he's doing? Like, Luka Doncic is unbelievable. His body control. There's two things, in my opinion, he needs to work on. I'm not going to say his three-point shot because he attempts 9 a game, and he hits them when they matter most. In my opinion, if you miss them at the beginning of the game, okay, hit them when they matter most. His free throw percentage, like knocking down those free throws and the turnovers. The turnovers they don't scare me because you can still be good with turnovers. We've seen it with Harden. But the turnovers. He turns over the ball a lot. LeBron is respected. MJ was feared. There you go. Toppin mainly needs to be taught to access and knows schemes. Yeah, man. Sometimes he plays way too high on the pick and roll and look like Canner out there. Sometimes favorite basketball channel. I don't have one. I think there's a lot of great basketball channels, man. It's a great question though. I don't think we could have the GOAT debate until LeBron's career is officially over, but I think LeBron is the best of all time because he's able to do everything. Well, you have your own opinion, man. You have your own opinion. Like, this is my thing. I'm not a big fan of taking plays off, resting, and all this shit. Like, I don't like seeing players. freaking take breaks on defense. Like, are you kidding me? At least what I've seen and what I've heard from my dad, Michael Jordan never took a playoff. I'm not a fan of that shit. I'm just not. And I don't like players that say, I want respect. People should already respect you. They should know, like, who you are already. That's just my opinion. I want a player that puts out, like, 110% every single night. LeBron saying, I'm going to turn on playoff mode. I'm going to turn on playoff mode. You should already be on playoff mode every single game. That's just my opinion, though. But LeBron James is a fantastic player. We'll see. Hopefully next year or this upcoming season, Andres, Mitchell makes all-defensive team. Randall's essentially a 16-point per game, 8 rebound per game, but he can get us 20 and 10 games suited me more. Yeah, I agree, man. If he matures his game or they put him in a better position, more on the block, I won't mind Randall as much. Why do people think Russ is worse than Harden? They need a. Who said? I don't think Russ is worse than Harden. I think Harden's better in my opinion. Chris Paul would have been my ideal point guard for the Knicks for this upcoming season, simply just for development purposes while also making us competitive. I wouldn't have minded Chris Paul either. I thought he installed a good culture with the Thunder and helped out Shea a lot. BJ Boston sure reminds me of Brandon Ingram. He's skinny like him too. He's skinny like him. Are the Clippers a top 4 team in the NBA? I'll have to look at all the teams for that. That's a good question, man. Jordan the Brick. My Thunder. And another thing, like when LeBron's off, he doesn't do this as much, but he used to just stop shooting. I remember when he had like 6 or 8 points against the Mavericks. I'm just gonna say this. A lot of people are gonna be like this. LeBron, he played for the worst organization ever. He played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Anyone that knows basketball, the Bulls were such a terrible organization when Michael Jordan went there. Like, it was just such a terrible organization. And just like, all respect to the Mavericks, Dirk ain't LeBron James. Jason Terry ain't Dwayne Wade. Who else was on that team? Jason Kidd ain't Chris Bosh, and LeBron lost to that team. You should not be losing to that team with those players. And you're so-called better than Michael Jordan. You should be beating that Mavericks team. He doesn't have it like Michael Jordan. He doesn't have it. But yes, I'll be honest, didn't see Michael Jordan, but this is what I heard from my dad having conversations and the games I did see of LeBron James. Who Queen James. Obi averaged at least 15 or more, then I'll be happy. If I'm not mistaken, before Randall signed with the Knicks, wasn't he a good bench player? Yeah, he was with the Pelicans. What do you think the standings are going to be for the Eastern Conference? That's a good question. The teams that made the playoffs, I think it might be the same exact teams that made the playoffs last year. Just the Hawks might be in there. Are the Raptors clearing up space? They could be going after Giannis. They could be. Should be interesting. The LeBron sexuals are so pathetic with the GOAT theme. All knows that MJ is the GOAT. Get over it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Funny username. But if you haven't already, smash the like button. We have 95 people in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. We have 46 likes. Can we get that to 50 likes at least? Can we at least get that to 50? Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your great amount of support. I hope you guys are having a good holiday. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Everyone will go after Giannis. Everyone will. Appreciate you being here, Reggie. I forgot I could tap on these. Thoughts on the Warriors dynasty being over? I don't think it's over. I don't think. Well, I don't mean to be dark here, but my dad passed away. Thoughts on the Warriors dynasty being over? I don't know if it's over. Might be because of the Clay injuries, but we'll see. Hashtag Knicks Nation no matter what. Yes, sir, no matter how bad they are. I'm a Knicks fan, but I hope the Raptors get Giannis. Yeah, man, that would be a very interesting team with the length of Pascal Siakam out there. That defense will be amazing. They still have Fred VanVleet, so they'll still somewhat be able to play in the half-court setting. That's the thing with Giannis, why he doesn't succeed in the playoffs. It's not the team around him, even though the team wasn't the greatest around him. His style of play doesn't translate to the playoffs. It is really a half-court set playoff-like league. When it comes to the playoffs, the game slows down. In the half-court setting, you got to be able to make shots. And he has to develop that jump shot consistently, at least. What if Lynn never left? I honestly think it would have been the same thing, if I'm being completely real, because he started to fall off. He started to really fall off, Jeremy Lin. Remember the Miami Heat game, wake-up call. Hornets game, wake-up call. He had some great games. He had a good stretch, but I don't think he would have kept that up, in my opinion. Can Frank, let's see. Can Frank make an all-NBA defensive team whenever the Knicks make the playoffs? Yeah, whenever we make the playoffs, potentially, because like he probably helped them make the playoffs because of his big defensive impact. I appreciate that, Air Pegasus. Appreciate that. How was Randall still in the Knicks? Probably couldn't find a deal for him. Unless they still want to have him. He had a solid shot. His shot looked a lot different his rookie year. His first NBA bucket was actually a 3. The Lakers with all the new players have destroyed the NBA. It's just not competitive anymore. These freaking super teams and shit. But a lot of people say LeBron started the super team. If you take a look back at the Lakers, Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, just like those teams, like gosh. I don't think Toppin's a small forward. If he couldn't guard collegiate 4s, I don't think he can guard collegiate NBA 3s whatsoever. His defense is just horrendous. Who's more likely to get a top 2 seed, the Nets or the Celtics? Celtics, maybe with the experience and their teams all put together. The Nets might start off shaky, but get competitive towards the end of the season. Stay the path, Brooklyn. Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate that so much, David. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I want Giannis to come to Raptors. I don't want Giannis to be like Kawhi. I don't want him to stay 1 year and leave. I don't think he's that type of person, though. I think Giannis is going to be a buck for life. People may call me crazy, but I really do think that. So did you guys get the Knicks regular season schedule? Yeah, I have the schedule. Well, I think the preseason schedule. I know we played the Pistons the first game. I'll have to take a look back to see if the schedule was released. I believe it has. If we can get Lonzo Ball here, the next year in the draft, we will really be set up. See, would you rather have Lonzo or get a point guard in a really stacked upcoming draft? See, that's the thing. You have to wait till like the college season to unfold, and then really see if you're desperate for Lonzo. If you're not in love with one of those point guards. Randall's good support. He's not a leader. If the Knicks can get the first pick, should they trade it? I think yes. They need immediate changes. If this was the NFL, yes. If this was the NFL. But if you get the first pick and you're the New York Knicks, no. You don't trade that even for a star, in my opinion. Like, what are you going to get for that first pick? What are you really going to get? The big thing with the Knicks has been patience. You get the best player out of that draft. You have a chance to get a point guard of Cade Cunningham. People are saying the best player in this draft and one of the best players for the past few years at the point guard position. We desperately need a point guard. He fits the timeline, and we'll build the team the right way. So I respectfully say no. When you have a chance to get Cade Cunningham, you do not trade that pick. Yeah, my assumption is that Randall stays on the Knicks until the trade deadline, and then he finally gets traded. Yeah, we'll see, man. Imagine whatever. Nets are a better team than the Mavs, though. Their depth and they have better players. Yeah, I agree, Reggie. I agree. Get a point guard in the stack. Cade Cunningham or Green isn't he more of a shooting guard, though, and I wouldn't mind. Gosh, I can't remember his name right now from Gonzaga. If someone could put that in the chat. Lonzo, Miles Powell is a bucket. He is a bucket. Chance for Dallas missing the playoffs. I think Luka's just gonna lead them. I think Luka's that good. Hey there, Clutch people. The big keyword is patience, like you said. Tell me about it. Yeah, man. Mavericks, like, they've been to the playoffs and they don't have like a big time. They have Luka, they drafted him. They don't have any big time superstar. They went to the playoffs and they're in the freaking West. Yes, Suggs, Jalen Suggs. What's going on, Henry? Thank you so much for being here, man. How are you? What are you thankful for in the NBA? I don't know. That's a good question. Bigger boss, Anthony Bennett. Anthony Bennett shouldn't have been the first pick. Greg Oden had injuries. Anthony Bennett wasn't even a frick. He did not even look like an NBA player. Anthony Bennett sucks. Or he sucked. He should have went like 8th. I mean, went 1 to the Cavs. There's a reason why everyone said, whoa, Greg Oden was not a surprise. Greg Oden was so good coming out of Ohio State. Bigger boss, Anthony Bennett or, oh yeah, I read that. Sadiq Bey, I like Sadiq Bey. I thought that was good for the Pistons. Who was more upside, Mikey Williams? I hear about that Mikey Williams kid, but Monty Bates is where it's at. Monty Bates is where it's at. But we'll see. I heard about Mikey Williams, Monty Bates. Everyone's saying his next Kevin Durant needs to get stronger, but his jump shot, his handle, his game matured at his size or at his age is insane. I watched like one film of a high school game though of him. He looks good. Yeah, we need that Dallas pick. I respectfully want the Mavericks to be bad. And if they're bad, we could trade up to maybe 1 or top 3. Yeah, I think Dallas Mavericks can definitely miss the playoffs if Porzingis misses a significant amount of time and Luka cannot carry the load. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm thankful for Sam Presti. There you go. Greg Oden wasn't on crack. You're thinking of Lamar Odom. You're thinking of Lamar Odom, man. It's going to be really interesting. I think they're really going to put out the best team that put in the position to be successful and win, Anthony. The only time Dallas misses the playoffs is if Luka or KP suffers a major injury. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't wish injuries on anyone, even if I want the top pick. Yeah, I know you love Presti. Anthony Bennett, yeah, he was awful. Took him like 3 games to score his first NBA points. I'm thankful that the season's back. Yeah, man, I am too. What do you think about LaMelo? I think LaMelo has a lot to work on, but he's a high upside. His passing ability is insane. His ability to see things before they happen. His handles on a string. But that kid shoots the ball way too early in the shot clock. His mechanics aren't the greatest. He has good dexterity around the basket. He's really crafty, and I think he's going to be better than Lonzo when it comes to creating his own shot because he's so shifty. But we'll see. LaMelo needs help defensively. He needs to really mature his game. What's your NFL team? I'm a Giants fan. We'll see, Cowboy. We'll see. We have to beat the Bengals first. I don't even know if we can beat you guys. We beat the Eagles, which made me so happy because we haven't beat the Eagles in freaking forever. But could we beat the Cowboys? We'll see. Hopefully, you guys don't come to play the last week of the season. Does the Trailblazers have a chance? I don't think top 3. People compare Oden to yeah, Oden was damn good. He was damn good. If you haven't already, smash the like button, click that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to the ones that did super chat. You never have to feel the need to super chat. You being here in general is amazing. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and just making it so much fun. You're a huge Giants fan? That's what's up, man. From North Jersey. Better GM, Griffin, Presti, or Rose Leon? I think it's Presti by landslide. What's Griffin really proven? Has Griffin really proved anything? I have like a few, but they're not here right now. Cowboy X Factor, I have to actually give you a mod. Because you're an OG. I have to give you a mod. Melo's going to be a star, LaMelo Ball. When you think of Melo, do you think of LaMelo now or Carmelo? What's up, Noah? I thought I missed a live stream. Hey, what about Conley? What would you be willing? Would you want Conley, though? He's coming off of a very inefficient year. He's getting older. Doesn't fit the timeline, but he only has 1 year left, so I wouldn't mind it. And he's experienced some winning, so he'll be able to teach these young guys. I wouldn't mind it, but what would I give up? I have no idea. The picks are out of it. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, you are OG. Only if you use it maturely. YB Jelly. If no one's like really using it, I'm gonna take it away. Don't worry, Zeke will fumble. We'll see. Yeah, that's really been a big thing. Who knows? He might forget. Like, he might have the best ball security ever against us. That's crazy. Saquon has 1 fumble in his career. Thoughts on Daddy Avdia? He's a smart basketball player. His handle needs to get better. He looks down when he dribbles. His jump shot's a big concern. But the Wizards got great value. He's just a plug-and-play guy. But it's going to be interesting. John Wall's there, Bradley Beal, Rui Hachimura, and Daddy. Like, they have, like, a good young core with win-now mode pieces. I don't like that. Yeah, it seems like he forgot to play football ever since he got that contract. We'll see, though. Joe Judge has definitely brought a winning culture. At the end of the day, Cowboys fans and Eagles fans, I get it. You want that pick, but as a Giants fan, I say F that pick. We have cap space. We need to build a winning culture. We can't keep on losing. I don't care if it's 6 games. I expected us to win 3. Cowboys fans had high expectations entering the season. Eagles fans did. Football team fans and Giants fans did not. We want improvement, and we want to install a winning culture. That's what we want. I would hope the Suns don't make the playoffs, so Booker could request a trade. I think Booker's going to be loyal there. Expectations for the Sixers this year, get past the freaking second round, or this year they were just off. Past year, this is past season, they struggled against the Celtics. We'll see what happens. They got the Horford contract off the books. There's only one Melo, in my opinion, that's Carmelo. Who are the best defenders in next year's draft? Next year's draft, I don't know this upcoming draft that much. I know Jalen Green, Kate Cunningham, Kuminga, Mobley. I don't know a lot of players in this upcoming draft. We'll see with Daniel Jones. We'll see if his ball security continues to get better. I know he hasn't fumbled the last 3 or 4 games. Knowing me now, I just said that he's going to fumble next game. No Conley, no Westbrook. We better beat the freaking Bengals. Who they have? They're not having Ryan Finley. What's his name? Let's get that freaking win, Jacob. One game at a time. Let's not look at the Cowboys. Let's beat the freaking Bengals. I personally don't think so. FB. We're talking about Bogdan went to the Hawks, so you're thinking of the Bojan, like the guy that played for the Pacers. You think we could trade Randall? Wait, so you would trade the Mavs pick? You would trade the first rounder for Bojan? No. Bojan's a solid player, but he's older, and just no. I don't think Xavier will play Sunday. He's supposed to play Sunday. He's just going to have limited snaps. December 11th is the first preseason game. We got to win. We have to install a winning culture. Are you a Mavs fan, Jazzy? If we're a win now mode team, I wouldn't mind doing that pickle. What position will Obi Toppin play in the starting lineup? I want Obi's a 4 in my opinion. I do not think Obi's a 3. No Burrow, yep. Trying to remember who they're starting though. Brandon Allen. Is there any contending team? Celtics maybe? Celtics take him? Did they really? He was a Sixer before Justin Anderson. Nice little athlete, solid from downtown, good defense player. Did you guys have him before? I believe. Yeah, I like the Kelly Oubre move for them. Oh no, it's a basketball channel. I want to stream it. I'm just gonna watch it. Taco fall practice more. I think this man will be a beast. No, you're not taking another first rounder, man. You're not taking another first rounder. Who is the perfect team to rebuild? The Knicks should take a page out of. Warriors is just a dream rebuild. I really like what the Hawks are doing. I've talked about this numerous times. I don't know if you've heard me. Not sure when training camp starts. I know it starts soon. On like the first? Yeah, first Fusion says. I don't think Knox is an NBA player. Brandon. RJ, we hope. Like, I want Knox to succeed. I hope he proves me wrong. But we have 107 people in the chat. Like, thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Just thank you so much. Like, I thought this was a fluke, like, when I did that first stream. Like, I had 100. And then I have, like, 100 again, or 80, and then 100. I'm like, what? Like, no way this many people are subscribing, consistently watch me. Like, you guys are lunatics. You guys are amazing. Who would you start at point guard? You can go in numerous directions. If it's Alfred Payton, Frank, Dennis Smith Jr. Some people want Austin Rivers. In my opinion, he's more of a 2. But Tibbs might start him because he plays hard. And that's kind of Tibbs' philosophy. He likes those players with a tough mental mindset. Tough mentally. Yeah, David, thank you so much again, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's because of you guys. You guys are the reason why the channel's growing. You guys are the reason. Do you think if we end up in the position to take someone like Zach Wilson or Justin Fields that we should take them? I think Daniel Jones is their guy. I really do think Daniel Jones is their guy. I was really low on Daniel Jones. He's played better the last 3 games, but I need consistency. Or last 2 or 3 games. I need consistency. I need consistency. I need consistency. When we're winning, we need to finish, finish, finish. Keep that ball tight. Like, gotta win. Daniel Jones is really gonna have to prove himself. He really is gonna have to. But I think he is gonna be our guy. If he's not good next season, then he's gone. In my opinion, I think Daniel Jones is their guy. I hope he's our guy. I hope he proves me wrong like crazy. But yeah, this is a basketball stream. Basketball, basketball, basketball. Hope DSJ will find his mojo. He definitely has talent. We'll see what happens. Jimmy Ball, no question about it. I used to think Paul George is better than him. I used to. I'm like, after watching Paul George's season, I'm like, I'm crazy. How are you? What's up, Knicks fan? How are you? Eric Pegasus, okay. You're on the All-Star Rivers train. Cowboy X Factor says, hey there, Noah. Have you talked to any New York Knicks YouTubers to see if you do a collaboration? I've actually talked to one, but I don't know if I would. I'm a very independent person. Like I like things. I don't know. I'm a very independent person, but that'd be cool. Like I might have a sub on sometimes. Like I might interview one of you guys for a video, or have one of you guys on. Like how'd you become a Knicks fan? Like what are your thoughts on the draft and that type of thing? Yeah, no problem, Cowboy. I appreciate that, Peter. He says, great show. You think Tibbs will get DSJ to play like Derrick Rose is special. I'll tell you that right now. Derrick Rose was a first pick for a reason. DSJ slipped to 9 for a reason. Crazy talent, but Derrick Rose is way better. But we hope if he's close to Derrick Rose, Paul side of the backboard, George. Rivers will start because they need shooting to open the floor for RJ and Randall. Starting lineup will be Rivers, RJ Knox, or Frank Randall Mitch. Do I have an IG Knicks page? No, I do not. I do not have an IG Knicks page. I know a lot of Knicks YouTubers have IG Knicks pages. Like that's how they grow their channel. The iZone Center. Why does that sound familiar? iZone Center. Isn't that the Meadowlands? Meadowlands? I'm too young for that. I'm too young. I'm only 16. How was it nice, man? You like Coach Thibodeau hiring? I wanted Kenny Atkinson. I wanted to develop those young guys and change that narrative of us rushing the process. But Tibbs is a no nonsense guy and he preaches defense, so we'll see. Top 5 Knicks players of all time. Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing, Willis Reed's in there. A lot of people like Allen Houston, John Starks. I'm just naming off the top of my head. Bernard King. Do a student. There's nothing to reveal image. Keep DSJ in the locker room. Yes, so he doesn't play. Gotcha, Jacob. Yeah, it sucks, YB Jelly. It really does. Mike Lowe says, how you doing, Mike? Hope you're doing well. With all these higher percentage three-point shooters added, I could see RJ becoming more past first typical night stat for RJ 14, 8, and 6. I would take that on good efficiency, though. I thought you were like 19. Tibbs made Butler develop him. But Butler put in that work as well. Like, everyone's saying, Tibbs could fix Obi when it comes defensively. But it's Obi's job to put in the work. Karl-Anthony Towns didn't get better defensively, and he had Tibbs. Wiggins didn't either. Is it mentally with Frank that needs to be fixed, or does he just suck because he sucks on the offensive end? We don't know because we don't know Frank personally, so we don't even know. He might have confidence. He really might have confidence. That might just be the way he plays. But he goes to the basket soft. He has flashes, but If you just show flashes, you're not a good player because everyone has flashes. Yeah, YB Jelly. Yeah, we hope, Alex. I think he could average like 17 last year if he made free throws. Yeah, I was just naming them on the top of my head, Glenn. I heard about Bernard King a lot. Depends what position you are. Brooklyn Sound, like how many shots you're attempting a game. But obviously, the top names are Patrick Ewing, Walt Frazier. A lot of people like Willis Reed. I appreciate that a lot, Peter. How are you? Willis Reed was very good, especially for playing in the Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell era. Yeah, he beat Wilt Chamberlain twice. Yeah, I would love that if it's Mitchell or RJ. I want RJ though. I love Frank. Yeah, some people either love him or they freaking hate Frank like crazy. Yeah, I've heard about Hubie Brown. Mitchell Robinson got to develop a post game or a jump shot. Post game first, in my opinion. Randall, he's even a starter on a good team. I'll take Sprewell. Choked out his coach. Yeah, it's because of you guys. The reason why it's growing. I talked about this earlier. I don't know if you could go back and find that because I didn't go on a whole rant, but I'm just gonna say everyone has their own GOAT or the best NBA player. If it's Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Notice how I said him last. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But they're all great. But I'll just say this: I love players that compete every single night. And what I heard from my dad, and what I hate from LeBron, is like I'm gonna turn this playoff mode on and doesn't do shit. Like you should always be on playoff mode. I hate when I see LeBron walking on defense. This man takes plays off. He rests. Michael Jordan never did that shit. I don't like LeBron when it comes to like that competitive standpoint like that. But yeah, LeBron James is amazing. Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell took an eighth seed. Knicks team to the finals, but sadly Ewing. Yeah, we built the right team around Ewing too late. Alvin, yeah. Knicks Nation, what's popping? What's going on, Steven? How are you? Would you get Prime Melo or Prime Dwayne Wade or Prime D Rose? Probably Prime D Wade. Prime Melo was damn good. I don't know. That's actually a very good question. You have to keep in mind, I was born in 2004. Those guys were born. Those guys were drafted in 03. So I saw like their prime, not their younger part of their career. I think Obi's a 4. Yeah, I don't care about politics. I care about basketball. Is Rondo a top 25 point guard? Definitely one of the best. He had a good few years, but he didn't have like consistent like doing it for a long time. I'm just gonna say this about it seemed like Jordan was the best year every single season. LeBron had seasons where KD was a better player than him. Curry was a better player than him. No, I used to, Matthew. Glad you're doing good. I can tell you're excited. You're sending those exclamation points. You're excited for the season. Well, we have to. I think we have to spend 8 more million cap space. I don't understand your question, Fab. Kendrick James, not sure who that is. Football access. Maybe, but you're just gonna be like lazy on defense. I don't like that shit. I don't. Especially when you have freaking Dwayne Wade, you had Chris Bosh. Dirk's great, don't get me wrong. Jason Taylor's a good player. Jason Kidd was a good player, wasn't in his prime at the time. You lose to that team, I'm sorry, but Dirk ain't LeBron. Jason Kidd ain't Dwayne Wade. Jason Terry ain't Chris Bosh. Yeah, David. Don't want that. Don't want that. They'll fight back in what way? We'll fight back in what way? I think their rebuild's kind of done because like they have the young pieces. I think they're just like developing now, waiting for them to get in their prime type of way, and maybe they'll be the 8th seed because they did a good combination of getting the young guys, bringing in the good solid veterans to help out these young guys and teach them how to win. Who's my favorite Knicks player right now? Got to be RJ or Mitch. I'll go. I want RJ to succeed so bad. I want RJ. I'm gonna go RJ. Who's your guys' favorite Knicks player? Let me know in the chat. I'm really interested too, Turk. I'm really interested. I think we've spent 8 more mil. Yeah, he's on Houston now. Go Knicks. ... That's a mood. What's going on, Darrell? If you're the 10th or 9th seed, you get that one game to get a chance. Oh, like the seeding games? I don't know if like they're doing that. I don't know if they're doing that. Do you like college basketball? I watch it there and there. I don't have a team though. You're a Dennis Smith Jr. guy, Chris Vertical? Well, Dennis Smith Jr. got that vertical. Okay, that was corny. You're a Knox guy. You're a Knox believer. It's all good, Mitchell Robinson. Don't be late to those practices and games. I'm just saying. Do you think Ingram was deserving of the max off just last season? That's a really good question, but if you believe in someone being your guy, yes. And I personally think they pay players based off of what they will do in the future, not what they did in the past. Like, they pay them for the expectations they have. Like with De'Aaron Fox. Is he going to be an all-star? Is he going to be a top option on a team? If they think so, they'll give him the money. We'll see. That's not going to be sad if he ends up being great. Alvin. Amari Stoudemire revived the Knicks, in my opinion. That's an interesting take. Yo, shout out to the 107 people. We have 79 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? Can we get to that? It's free. Why not smash the like button? You don't have to, though. You don't have to. I just want us to compete, man. Ingram reminds me of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's special. I don't think Ingram's Kevin Durant. Yeah, I hope both of them are out. Well, RJ's from New York too. I know his grandfather used to always watch like old school Knicks games with his grandfather. Rest in peace to his grandfather. But I hope OB is successful too. Seems like a really down to earth kid. He's gonna put in the work. We'll see. Anthony Bennett, Yeti, Kwame Brown, Darko Milicic, Michael Olowokandi. A lot of bust out there. Bruce Bowen. Yeah, you're a big Frank guy, David. Favorite Knicks Ewing, hands down. Do you think DSJ could turn it up and go back to his Mavs form? See, I don't even think he was that great with the Mavs. It's really hard to base that off because he wasn't even that efficient. What did he shoot, like 40%? I don't even think he was fantastic with the Mavs, but yeah, I would take that over what we saw last year. Yeah, give me that. If what Ingram can develop into. Oh, that's awesome, Mitchell Robinson. Everyone tells me about how awesome old school NBA was. I wasn't around for it because I'm only 16 years old. But I like the physicality, so I'm not a big fan of today's NBA. What's going on, Apple? How are you, man? How are you doing? Kevin Martin was a bust too. He was solid at best. Liked him with the Kings. Clutch in the 2021 draft. Who, in your honest opinion, is the closest thing to Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant special and Russell Westbrook special. I'm just gonna say that. It's not easy to find those players. Jared Jeffries, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe, Dave the Busher, Willis Reed, Patrick Ewing. Okay. Earl the Pearl. I used to like the Kevin Garnett Celtics. Rondo, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, Glue Guy, Glue Guy. Okay. Obi averages. If Obi averages 25, that would be amazing. But I doubt that. What's going on, Anthony? How you doing, man? Greetings from Panama. Shout out to Panama. How are you? Hope you're staying safe. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving or whatever you celebrate out there. Obi Toppin, RJ Knox, Robinson quickly. What do you think this lineup? If not, which lineup? I'll roll with whatever lineup. Whatever puts us in the best position to be successful. I have no idea where Westbrook can end up. There's the freaking Wizards rumors. I think those are false. Who's worse of a bust? Jalo look for Fultz. It's too early for Fultz. I've seen some progress with the Magic. I kind of feel bad for Okafor. He came in with a lot of post moves. He was good his rookie year, even though that team was awful. So I don't even count that because Michael Carter Williams did good as well at Syracuse, and he couldn't shoot the ball to save his life. Okafor came in the league at the wrong time, with the NBA like changing to the 3-point line or transcending and changing. That's awesome, Oscar. Yeah, Westbrook is a slasher. Evan says a guy. Let's see. Put on the big screen. A guy I would like for the Knicks is Kemba Walker. He could shoot, pass, and defend. He's basically a jack of all trades. He would also be great for the young guys' development. Wouldn't mind that. Need a point guard, but I don't think he's leaving there anytime soon. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, Anthony. Let's go. Yeah, Fultz situation is definitely unique. Let's see what we got here. Anthony says, my all-time starting five, a point guard. So I guess these are like your favorite players, not the best of all time. Pistol Pete Maravich definitely started the flair of the crossover. You can say Bob Cousy as well. Shooting guard Michael Jordan at small forward, Kobe Bryant, power forward Tim Duncan, center Wilt Chamberlain. I don't think Wilt or Tim Duncan gets the credit he deserves. Okay, so he's going to be horrible. Good long term, though. Good long term. If he starts, it's possible because he's taken to be this instant impact guy. David Jackson loves those cool emojis. He loves those cool emojis. Yeah, he was awful in that. But whoever we got, if we got Fred VanVleet, I'm not the biggest Fred VanVleet fan. He finishes terrible. He can't finish great at the basket. Shot like 45% at the basket. Whoever we got, like if it was Fred VanVleet or Kemba Walker, be a better point guard than we've had for the last 10 years. It's just truth. Yeah, I do remember that, Reggie. I do. In the offseason, he did win 12 rings, counting his coaching career as well. On his coaching career. No problem, YB. Have a good one. I appreciate the support, dude. I'm going to go soon anyway. I hope so. What team wins the talkative this year? Not sure your question there, David. If you could retype it, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I think you got it wrong there. Do you think Buddy Hield's pissed that the Kings drafted his replacement? And they're basically, who did they draft? Tyrese Halliburton. He's better than him too because he's playmaking potential, better on defense. He's a spot-up shooter. He's a point guard, but he's better off the ball. He's not a guy that can really score off the dribble, but he's put in the perfect position alongside De'Aaron Fox. I think he's going to a perfect position. But yes, you may possibly be pissed, especially after getting that contract. It's crazy. All right, let's see what Anthony got here. Will I be streaming from one Knicks fan to another? How you doing, my man? How you doing? He says, I don't know if you mentioned this already, but will you be live streaming the preseason games? Depends what time they're at. They're probably at 7, but I'll try to for you guys because I'm excited to see what Obi's going to bring. Mitch, RJ, if they take the next step, but it is preseason at the end of the day. But I want to see if they play hard, what the playbook's going to look like. Are they going to play smart, fundamentally sound basketball? Even though it's preseason, it's always exciting to watch at the end of the day. But yes, I may possibly do some games of the preseason or in general. Michael Ray Richardson, I believe that's who you're saying, was the best point guard we've had until the white powder ruined his game. What team wins the Tankathon? Cavs, Pistons, maybe? Cavs or Pistons? David? Maybe us as well. Magic, MJ, LeBron, Akeem, Wilt. I can roll with that. That's an insane lineup. Insane. What do you think of free agency of the Knicks? For once, we're not rushing the process. We're not going out there getting those guys that are going to stunt the development. We're not giving out big contracts, and we're taking on deals to taking on contracts to get draft capital. So I am happy with what direction the Giants are moving in. We're not rushing the process for once. For once. See, I don't know if I'm well versed for 16 if I don't know what well versed means, Brooklyn. I hit the bell and sub so I can come to your streams. Catch you later. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Go Giants. Yeah, hopefully we win Sunday. If I don't see you in another live stream, if I don't go live before Sunday. Yeah, man. Thanks so much for being here and supporting the channel. I appreciate you putting that bell on. Go Giants for sure. What's Mitch's ceiling? I don't really have a comparison, but we just hope he's our center. Like we have stability at the center position. 30 wins out of 72 games would be impressive for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's in the chat, yo. Has Harden done the Rockets dirty after getting in Westbrook now wanting to leave himself? I don't know what kind of leader he is. Those guys are definitely big-time personalities, and now having DeMarcus Cousins in there. Could you imagine if Westbrook or Harden does not get traded, DeMarcus Cousins, the personality of him, Westbrook and Harden? That's scary right there. That is very scary. Could Blake Griffin elevate a contending team? Not if he can't stay healthy, but he has expanded his game to the outside. Where's JJ Redick? Is he a free agent still? No, he got his contract extended with the Pelicans. I say the Knicks win 31, 35 games. That means we're learning how to win basketball games, and Tibbs is doing a great job. Russell Westbrook will be good for the Knicks. Oh, will he be good? We're not getting him, so I don't want Westbrook. I've talked about that in the past. Don't want him rushing the process. Don't like his contract. Too ball dominant. You won't win anything with him because of his immature style of play. Yes, he'll bring in a great culture of playing hard, but personally not a big fan of that. It's just the same thing of rushing the process. It'll be the same as previous years. That's a good question, Anthony. I have no idea. LeBron. I don't know. LeBron cries about everything, so I don't know. Feels good. You know why it feels good? Because Cowboys fans had expectations, Eagles fans had expectations, but football team and Giants fans did not have expectations whatsoever. We just wanted to see improvement. So this is a winning season. A lot of people were like, but you don't want the draft pick? You're going to get a terrible draft pick. You're probably going to get 19 or 20. I want a damn winning culture for once. I want a winning culture again. Like, we'll see what happens. If we don't win the NFC, we don't win it. At least you could say we've improved. We won 4 games last year. We could potentially tie it against the Bengals, against Brandon Allen. I don't know. I just want to win. I just want to win. At least if we get kicked out, at least we have experience of being in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's hilarious, Anthony. It is. About freaking Eagles fans. I thought they're winning 12 games. Cowboys fans, I thought they're freaking winning the Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy stinks. Aaron Rodgers carried him. If you wanted one rule change in the NBA, what would that be? That's a really good question. I remember when the shot clock was added. That was interesting. Like, I heard a lot about that. What about, like, when the ball hits the backboard, it doesn't reset? Like, it just keeps going. I don't know. That's a really good question. I think they both do, Andrew. Don't listen to go New York, go New York, go New York. Oh. Don't we all, Anthony? For me, I honestly think LeBron is a little bit overrated. He didn't really revolutionize basketball like Michael Jordan did. What do you think if we could bring back Jeremy Lin to the Knicks? We have too many point guards. After that. The Nuggets dark horses with the Sun. The Nuggets are such an interesting team. They're built to win now, but in the future with R.J. Hampton, Michael Porter Jr., Bol. We'll see what they do. Their team's still young. Yeah, same with the Knicks. Compete. F a lottery pick for once. Lin is old. Appreciate that, Jacob. Cowgirls, you mean? Yes, Killa. I'm sorry. Cowgirls. Sweetney, Peter. Knox might be. Sweetney is a bad pick. Jordan Hill. Who's a really bad Knicks post? never been in the position consistently to get a top 3 pick, so you can't really say we hope RJ is it. Goaltending? I don't know. I actually like that rule. 4-point line? No, I don't want no Harlem Globetrotters, but people do be shooting that thing from so far away. Realistically, 11 for lucky 10. But we might be the last seed. You don't know. Well, there's no one else to really look at. There's no one really left in free agency that's really intriguing. Yeah, they have to break out. Well, we have to make one more move. We have we have to spend $8 more million in cap space. Phil Jackson. Just no. This man traded the pick that resulted in Jamal Murray. I believe it was part of the Bargnani deal, or it was just nothing. Like, he sucked, Phil Jackson. Imagine getting Lamar Odom. Matter world peace. He sucked. Phil Jackson sucked. Clean Anthony early, yeah, I remember him from Wichita State. Sad that he got shot. Remember that? And he played. Damn, games would be so long though, Anthony. You know how long games would be? Oh no, he didn't get it. Review. That was an interception. No review. They could just lie. Like, no, I don't. That would be too much. No, that's too much in my opinion. Kawhi did travel, but there's so many plays that someone travels and just like refs don't call it. Like when I first looked at the Kawhi play, when I first looked at it, didn't notice the travel. But if you continuously look at it, you could see. But because the game's going so quick, it's so hard to call those. But at the end of the day, that is their job. They're both awful, FB. I have a feeling DSJ is about to go ham. I hope so. We need a damn point guard. He better go ham. It's okay to be heard about. If I was a Sixers fan, I'll be stoked. I would still be crying. Sixers had momentum in that game too. Jimmy Butler. Raptors defense was insane in that game, but yeah, Kawhi was like, "There's momentum. I'm a freaking robot. Nope, switch off. Let me just bring in. Okay, let me make sure I track it with my robot beam, and it goes in." I think Kevin Knox is actually decent defensively. I believe he's bad guarding the perimeter, got better guarding the rim. I'll say that, protecting the rim. But he stopped taking those stupid deep twos. We'll see what happens. No, Frank, go ham. If we're being real, we can't be greedy here. We need a point guard. We just need a point guard to be good. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Frank, if it's freaking what's his name? Kadeem Allen comes back and balls out. Frank Desmond Jr. just like freaking Knox is our point guard. I don't care. Queen James is never the number one option of any of these teams. Go. But yeah, we still have 100 people in here. We have 96 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? Can we get to 100 likes, y'all? Can we get to 100? We have 96 likes, 100 people watching. Can we get to 100? Can we get to 100? The French Prince. Maybe Carson Wentz should be better at basketball. Just kidding. Don't kid about that. He sucks. Now he's going to go off. No politics. Yep, this dude just coming in to be an asshole and talk about politics. I don't care. Bye, Lily. 97 likes and one. Yo, thank you guys so much for 100 likes. Any collabs to expect on the channel? I might be collabing. I'm a very independent channel though, but we'll see what happens. I'm a really independent person. See what happens on the channel. If Mitch becomes one of those, we're in good hands, Andrew. We just want him to be solid. It does suck. Once is horrible. It's better at warming the bench. We'll see. Jalen Hurts sucks too. I'm so glad they drafted Jalen Hurts. This is what's going to happen. Jalen Hurts is going to come in the second half of one of these games. He's going to absolutely go off. Eagles fans are going to be like, we have a franchise quarterback. We have a franchise quarterback. They're going to see him play the rest of the games and realize he can't throw a football to save his life, and it looks like he's throwing a medicine ball. Jalen Hurts sucks. It was the stupidest pick in the second round. Imagine drafting a backup quarterback, a guy you bring in jumbo packages for, or just like these trick plays. He's not Taysom Hill. He's not the speed of Taysom Hill. He can't block. He's not good. Jalen Hurts sucks. He sucks. What's going on, top of Stink? How are you? Knox sucks, yeah. How about none, Ryan? He runs 4 yards. It's so predictable. He's not shifty at all. He's not shifty. He's literally a just straight line runner. He sucks. He stinks. Jalen Hurts sucks. RJ's DeMar, I wouldn't be mad at that. I think he'll be a better shooter. I think he won't be afraid to shoot the 3 ball. I'll say that. I don't think RJ's great defensively. He needs help on that side of the basketball. Daniel Jones better than Jalen Hurts. Daniel Jones needs to throw more touchdowns, though, but we have been running the ball. That's why Daniel Jones doesn't have a lot of touchdowns, though. What does he have, 10 or 11 touchdowns total? I'm not sure. That's a good question, Anthony. I have no idea. That's a very unique story, how that happened. Yeah, they have no direction. They have John Wall, Bradley Beal, Roby Hachimura, they have Thomas Bryant there. They have Denny. They have some nice, solid, young core pieces. But then they have old-ass John Wall. Then you have Bradley Beal. Like what direction are they moving in? All right, I'm going to read a couple more comments, and then I'm going to end the stream. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I've been live for like an hour and 37 minutes. Who's better in 3 years, Booker or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? They're both great players, but Booker. But yeah, if no one else has any questions on it, do you think Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer? Yes, he is. It's top 10 passing yards, top 10 touchdowns, 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs. How's he not? People that say Eli's not a Hall of Famer don't know football. I'm recording off of my phone, Peter. I'm recording off of my phone. No, I do not. And I think it would be a stupid move by the Nets giving up that depth of Joe Harris. They just gave him that contract. They're not doing that. Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie. Just no. It would be stupid to get James Harden. He's so dumb. Congrats on 1K subs. I hope you have. I'm not getting 1 million. That would be freaking insane if I got 1 million. Is that actually Knicks Fan TV? I think that's a troll. No way they're in here. Their channel's freaking awesome. If that is, I love your channel. Keep up the great work. Huge inspiration to my channel. I love watching your channel. I watch it like every single day. Hope you guys are doing well and you had a great Thanksgiving. First ballot Hall of Famer? Eli's a Hall of Famer. That's all I'm going to say. I love Eli. All right, bro. See you in your next stream. Yeah, Anthony. No more history class for at least right now during this break. I love the streams. Great for keeping up to date on things and always really positive videos and chats. Well, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you being here. Do you think Eli's underrated because his brother was a better overall quarterback? Well, he definitely got a lot of hate coming into the league because, he's Peyton's little brother. He's not as good as Peyton, and he started off really rough. But Eli was good when he had a good team around him. Eli was a gunslinger. People comparing Daniel Jones to Eli are crazy. Eli was a gunslinger. Daniel Jones does not have the talent of Eli Manning. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot, Knicks Fan TV. I really do. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. I've been live for an hour and 39 minutes. I just want to ask you guys or have you guys ask me questions. And yeah, Anthony's excited about no history class. Well, I appreciate that a lot. I know all about the Knicks because of my dad and because I'm just a basketball nerd, you know. Who didn't deserve to be benched? Oh, Eli, that situation. If you're gonna bench him for Davis Webb, who could have potentially been a franchise quarterback, but he sucked. He overthrew everyone. His mechanics were awful. But you know what Geno Smith is. Geno Smith's not a good quarterback. Could we still trade for Batum? I don't know. I wouldn't mind taking all draft capital because the Hornets might be really confident they're going to the playoffs, and it's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, go, but not a go owner. At the end of the day, he might make a stupid decision like that. They may be really confident with their young core, with Hayward, that they're going to the playoffs and be like, yeah, that first round pick's not going to be great. So that might be a steal, in my opinion. We'll see. Have a good one, Caesar. Thank you so much, brother. Have a great night. Thank you so much, David, for the super chat earlier. You did not have to do that. And you have a great night as well. Thank you so much. Have a good night to you too, Thomas Stink. Thanks so much for being a great supporter. I appreciate that a lot, David. I really do. You've been very positive, and you're a big Frank guy. Yo, Noah, take it easy, bro. Catch you on your next show. Great one tonight. Thank you so much. If you guys want to see more of these, let me know down below in the comment section of this live stream. Do like NFL, NBA, NFL second. And it's like MLB way low compared to those. I just want to see some competitive basketball. We'll see if Obi starts. I think, honestly, Tibbs is going to put the best possible lineup out there that puts him in the position to be successful. So I'm just saying, don't be surprised if Julius Randle starts. Do I want him to? No, because we drafted Obi Toppin, instant impact guy. Hopefully, he needs to produce on offense because we know his defense isn't there. It's really scary if his offense does not show, but he's 22, going to be 23 in March. We'll have to see what happens. Have a good one, YB. It's 3 a.m. Well, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much. Get that sleep. If you have school or if you have work, get your sleep. Thank you so much. I appreciate that compliment, Thomas Stink. MLB's boring now. Yo, shout out to Ireland. I actually have some family from there. Hornets give us OKC 2023 pick. We take that contract. Batum is older, but we'll see what happens. I hope Obi starts. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry that was a very long outro. Click that subscribe button if you'd like. Smash the like button. Thank you guys so much for being amazing. Always have positive vibes. Always follow your dreams no matter what. And as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.